All right, hello everybody, this is Jeff, and I am here because the lovely people over at Antlion decided to send me a ModMic 5. And if you don't know what a ModMic 5 is, a ModMic is something that you're supposed to be able to take a high-performance microphone and connect it to any normal headset. So basically take a headset you really like, but maybe it doesn't have the greatest microphone, and you can connect the ModMic to it. It's this big. Comes with little connector pieces, and there's supposed to be a high-performance microphone to work with any headset that you have, as opposed to having to lug around something like your, my Blue Yeti that I got down here that I use when I'm at my my home and everything. Now, they did send me this microphone for me to review it. It's a completely unbiased review, so I'm going to tell you all the things that I've learned about this microphone so far, and the things I like, the things I don't like about it, and you guys can make an informed decision on if you would like to purchase something like this. Now, it costs, I think it's around $70. I'll make sure I put the link down in the description to the website. But basically, it's a little microphone. It's kind of nice like that. It comes with a very short cord, but in the package, I will show you that first, I guess. In the package, it comes with everything that you can see down here at the bottom, if I can get that to focus. Unfortunately, it's not focusing too well. I'll try to go through all the pieces of it. It comes with a, what's the length of these things? A 2 meter, 1 and 2 meter cable. So basically, it's got a extension cable, one of them. It's got a different extension cable over here. Sorry, I had these all plugged into my computer and I was playing with this thing earlier, so it's not sitting in front of me on the desk anymore. Oh, here it is. It's got a longer, so that was the 1 meter cable. This is the 2 meter cable, and basically what this is for is so that you can connect it to whatever device you need to connect it to at the time and utilize it without having to have a super long cord. I think the ModMic 4, the previous version of this, had one really long cable, and some people were complaining about it because sometimes they were in situations where they didn't need that long of a cable, so they split it up into two so you can use it for whatever situation that you need it for, which is a good idea. The way that this connects... Oh, sorry, I was still going through the items. It comes with a bag of clips. It comes with a very big cable sheath system, and this is for cable management. If you hook it up to a headset that you have, instead of having two cables run all over the place, you're supposed to be able to use this to put the cables down through it. So cable management system. So they gave you the stuff to make sure that you are ready. You're just not, you don't have cables going everywhere. It's not just, an add-on microphone. It's an add-on microphone piece of equipment to make your equipment kind of all one. So they wanted to make sure that was possible. It comes with a mute switch, an inline mute switch that you don't have to have. You don't have to. Just the switch right there, put it in. And also it comes with I already showed you the clips, and this carrying case. This carrying case is very nice. You can find to throw things in the carrying case and make sure that you can just take this thing anywhere you want to. They did also send, I don't think this is part of the original package, you have to buy it separate, but they sent a USB adapter for certain computers that you need to use this USB adapter on. It basically takes USB and turns it into a 3.5mm jack output to be able to use the ModMic. The ModMic is usable by plugging it directly with your 3.5mm jack right into your computer and just going, or you can use this. Now, that's when we'll get to this part of the review. I have to use this for some odd reason. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but when I plug the ModMic into my computer directly through any of the cords, straight into the microphone jack, it recognizes it and it works, but it's super quiet. I've tried to set all the settings, all the gains, no matter what. It is just the quietest thing ever. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the connections on my computer or if there's just something wrong with the way that it's interfacing with Windows 10. I don't know, but so I used this and was able to get very high quality sound out of it. So let me plug this thing in and we'll start doing some sound tests with this thing. So basically, I will tell you one thing that's unfortunate about this particular piece, which is the additional piece, the USB adapter, is as you can see, it's fat. So if you have a full computer like I have, every one of my USB ports is taken up by something. This thing cannot go in a spot when the USB ports are all squeezed in together because of the fact that it doesn't let something else plug in next to it. So that is a design flaw that I do see in this, because I have to rely on using an extension cable, USB extension cable, to be able to use this. And I think that's causing me some quality issues, but we will continue on. And I plug this thing in now, and hopefully my device will recognize it good. My device recognized it, so we can actually have audio. I have it so it's recording two microphones, and I can turn them on and off in the when I do some post editing on this, so you can hear the difference between the Blue Yeti and the ModMic. Now, like I said before, that this thing is meant to basically connect to the edge of a headset. I'm not going to do that for this video, but I will show you what that's all about. You're basically supposed to take a headset that you really like. This is just a cheap one that I have. I don't have one I travel with yet, so I'm waiting until I get a nice one where I can use this. And it's got these clips. So it's basically a magnet in here that there's the clips that go with it. And basically, it's some 3M tape like that. You take this, you mount it to the side of your headset, wherever you're going to want this thing mounted at. I push this thing like right here, and then my ModMic can just come and clip right onto it. So if this was the thing, boop, I think you guys get it. The ModMic itself it's a very thick plastic. I actually didn't think when I first pulled this out of the package that it was bendable, but it is bendable. I thought it was like a hard piece of plastic, and I was like, this is the worst design ever. But then I realized it's just really stiff plastic so that it doesn't move. So now I'm too good design. Basically, you can twist it, bend it into any shape that you need it for your particular setting, your particular setup, your particular headset. So it's got a lot of options there, and it's rigid. Like, it will not fall out of place, which is fantastic because I've had microphones before that you turn, and after a couple weeks of use, they just start to sag, and now they're not in the right place anymore. But either way, I've got the thing set up. Let me plug in my extension to it. Here. Rolling through this live. Microphone extension cord is plugged in. Just one of them for now. And plug in my ModMic to the other end. I will make sure, yep, I'm getting audio sounds now. Now, one of the problems that I don't know if you guys can hear at the present moment or not, but when I was messing with this, because I'm using, I think it's the extension cable, I'm occasionally getting some like noise interference in the line. Where if I hold this thing in just the right spot, I'm not getting the noise interference. I'm hearing this poppiness. So I'm not sure, because I'm not listening to it right now, how this is going to sound, but there was a spot, and I'm sure if I directly plugged it into my computer, that wouldn't even be an issue. It just seems to be the location of the way the extension cable is going. So anyways, right now I am talking as if I were using this mod microphone, like if this was hooked up to my headset. I'm also talking into the Blue Yeti. So right now we are getting clear sound of both sides of the conversation. I might just rewind this video and show you both of the audios, or just kind of interlace and throw something up there and tell you which time you're listening to what device. Anyways, right now I am talking as if I were using this mod microphone, like if this was hooked up to my headset. I'm also talking into the Blue Yeti. So right now we are getting clear sound of both sides of the conversation. I might just rewind this video and show you both of the audios, or just kind of interlace and throw something up there and tell you which time you're listening to what device. But as you can hear, it's got a very high sound quality, especially hopefully we're not getting that poppy sound that's coming through it because of my extension cable, which is, I'm sure, not the ModMic's fault. It could be, though. Like, this is a review of exactly how I'm using this thing, and what you're hearing is how you're hearing it. There's unidirectional and omnidirectional buttons on the microphone. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but there's a button right here by the boom. One that looks like a butt and one that looks like a circle for your uni and omnidirectional. So right now I'm using the unidirectional, talking, and you can see I can spin this thing around to the back, and we're going to continue talking while I spin this thing, and you can hear the degree of arc as I talk with what this actually is picking up in the room and around me, versus I just now switched it to the other setting, and now when I talk, you should probably hear a lot less change in sound as I rotate this microphone around and twist and turn and get to all these different positions and things like that. So this thing comes with some of the features that you would expect from a high-class microphone, such as my Blue Yeti. My Blue Yeti is very difficult to travel with. I love this microphone, the Blue Yeti microphone, though, but I do want something high quality when I do traveling. When I go somewhere and need to record something, and hopefully this ModMic is going to be what fits the bill for me. So far I'm impressed with it for the most part, because when I actually can get it functioning, I think it's fantastic. I think it sounds great. But with my inability for some reason to use it just straight 3.5 jack plugged in and have it just work out of the gate, because it's too quiet, and no matter what I do with the gains, it just wouldn't work. The USB connector being too big, so my desktop that I have, granted I wouldn't need this on the road with a laptop, I'd probably have a lot of spare USB ports or something. I don't know, but maybe I'd have even less, because I have so many more items that I need to plug in on the road to get up and running for a recording. But the fact that it's too fat to be able to fit in next to another USB connection in there is kind of a negative, and the fact that I'm getting this weird poppy sound depending on using the extension cable and depending on where it's placed and how it is. So those are some of the things that I do concern me a little bit with this microphone, but I'm definitely going to start using this thing on the road, see if I can come to a setup that works better. Maybe I'm doing something a little bit incorrectly here. Yeah, so basically that's the end of this review. Thanks for watching, guys. Make your own decision based on what you heard with the sound, what you heard with the way it sounds now, with the flaws that I've described in it, but also the features that this thing packs. Keep in mind, it's very small, comes in a case, hooks to any other headset, and it's quite high quality. Quite high quality. I really enjoyed this thing so far. I just hope I can get some of these flaws worked out to make this like the perfect microphone for when I'm traveling. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.